YouTube, what's going on? Jujubear here. Welcome back to the future. We're playing Civilizations Beyond Earth, Rising Tide Expansion as the Chungsu. And we have settled our first, we haven't settled a city yet. We've got an outpost growing its way around this area here. And we are dwarfed at this point by this hydrocoal that's kind of hanging about. So, let's keep... Oh, hey, I didn't see this before. What are they doing? They're settling a city on the ocean. I didn't know they could do that. I had no idea they could do that. That's really interesting. Yep, look at him go. Look how fast he's doing that as well. Anyway, so yeah, we are very close to the, in proximity to the People's African Union. I think we're gonna have to go to war with this guy because he's kind of encroaching on a territory there. I would be okay with him settling cities further inland over there like a fucking normal civilization would. But instead he's gonna, you know, steal our trick and try and settle cities over in our direction. Son of a bitch. Okay, so it might be time for a beatdown on these guys. We'll see how it turns out. If they start getting a little bit wise, then we're gonna have to start thinking about it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So we are moving around and doing a fair bit of exploration at this point. We just gonna kind of try and get a feel for the land at this point. Let's uncover this derelict settlement up here, and then we'll probably have to go back and heal and... Lena. So, integer. So these guys, their unique character trait is agreements cost 50% less diplomatic capital. Purchasing units and buildings cost 25% less diplomatic capital also. So, very strong. They use that diplomatic capital mechanic to their advantage there. They've also got another... City plots are 20% cheaper to purchase with energy. So that's their other trait. Not heaps useful. In the last episode, we ended up going with our new personality trait, which is covert agents require 1 fewer successful operations to rank up. That'll mean we rank up quicker with our covert agents, and our covert agents gain 10 science per agent rank. So hopefully we'll rank up fairly quickly and get a fair bit more energy because of it. So, station discovered, Church of Dawn's Light. Where are they? Not sure where they are at this point. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, I'm liking this. I don't think we've got... Have we got a... Yeah, we've got a trade vessel happening with Far-Base 1, so we are getting that bonus from that. Oh yeah, I forgot to say thank you. Such a stupid... Like, they need to fix that up in this game. It's so dumb. Cool, yeah, so let's pick up a farm on this tile. Now, we have got our explorer in miasma at this point. He's losing a certain amount of health every turn. This miasma will eventually kill your unit. It's kind of like a noxious gas that we haven't learned to deal with yet. So this is going to take 5 turns. We have to keep an eye on him because he may be too weak to be able to deal with that. And we have to be ready to pull him out if we need to. Fucking aliens just getting in the way and shit. So these guys, integer, they've got their capital over here, Weltgeist. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly as well. And Castellan is their second city, and they are near some of those ancient buildings as well. Now we haven't figured out what kind of bonuses or thingos happen with them, these alien structures. So we have to try and figure out what they do, because we have no idea just yet what they actually do. Small increase in respect, yeah. If we must employ armies, let us employ them like yours, neither too big nor too small. So we got the right sized army. That's good to know that we have a fairly standard army size. So we're not spending too much energy on the upkeep of our army, but we don't look too weak to the AI either. That's a good place to be in. let's keep moving up north. It looks like we've reached the northern pole there. And we are situated probably right on the equator, I'd say. Or fairly close to the equator. Yep, I think it's inevitable. We're going to have to go to war with these guys. If they had spread a little bit further east instead of going in our direction, we would have been okay with them. But it looks like we're going to have a few problems with these guys. So we're siphoning energy, which is good with our agent in Magan. Having so many cities is a sure way to increase your odds of survival. Good boy. We've only got 2 cities. What do you mean? Lena, what are you smoking? So she's got a small increase in respect towards us. It's good. Yes, and we got some resource pods as well. A little bit of energy there. Nothing to write home about, but always useful. Let's keep moving around this direction. Now we've got an explorer. I think in a couple of turns, Dangyi will become a fully fledged city, which means we can get our expedition module from this city location. And you know what? I think I'm going to wait for it as well. Let's just chill here for a bit. And we've discovered the Kavithan Protectorate.
Are open.
We have to say very well before she'll leave us alone. They're very expansive, Mandira, or the Kavithan Protectorate. Now, because it costs, I think their traits of culture and energy cost to acquire new city plots are reduced by 30%. So she will eventually spread fairly quickly to other tiles there. So we'll just keep an eye on her. Oh, cool. After many fruitless months excavating the alien skeleton, so an alien drone is now under your command. And we got an artifact. Nice. And that looks like it's definitely not human. What? Cool. So it's an alien artifact. Nice. That's the first one we've found so far. What are they? A rare isotope of tungsten that forms a liquid at room temperature and can form bubbles when pockets of helium form inside. The fluid movement of these bubbles completely mesmerizing and soothing is cool. Yeah, cool. So we'll eventually combine that with other stuff and see if... I wonder if we can combine Old Earth, Alien, and Progenitor artifacts together and get a nice cheeky little bonus. We will see, I suppose. Now, I think I'm going to want to keep this gunboat close by, just in case these guys get any wise ideas. Yeah, we'll want to keep an eye on them for sure. So we got this Chungsu drone over here. There is an alien nest on this tile there, but I don't think I'm too worried about them at this point. We've run out of expedition modules, which is a shame because we have to go back to our main city before we can do an expedition on that tile there. That's all right. Maybe we can work our way down along here and discover some of this black area before we get back to Zhongsang. The drone is a very helpful unit that can move across water tiles as well, I suppose. Yeah, it can. This is all going pretty well. I'm happy with how this is turning out. Now I'm going to leave this patrol boat here. I'm going to leave him in alert, if that's an option in this game. Yep, alert. Yep, so we're going to leave this explorer here until it grows into a city. Looks like Mandira doesn't really have too much room to expand over there, so she's going to have a bit of a time trying to find some more locations for cities. So there's an alien nest up there. We'll keep on moving up north just to make sure we check our crevices. We'll heal up with that explorer before we start moving on. Stop. Like, they keep on recommending this pioneering spirit, but it's not useful. At least not at the moment. Found another resource pod. Yeah. Checking those nooks and all those crannies. All those trannies. What? There's an alien nest. Very good. We got our expedition module back, and I'm going to send this unit immediately onto that landmass over there. Now, before I get locked in, I'm going to pull back out, because this unit cannot cross the water, so I'm going to get him back over here and see what we can find down here. Choosing production now. That warp spy is so expensive. 61 turns to build that. Plus 50%. Oh no, okay, this is in our new city, Dangyi. So it's always going to take a little bit longer than usual. That's to be expected, I suppose. So let's go for an Old Earth relic. That'll give us a little bit of culture and a little bit of capital as well. We probably want... Yeah, we're going to want health as soon as possible though. So Old Earth Relic, and then we'll go for a clinic. Definitely. We've got a little bit of energy stored up, so what I'm going to do here is buy some tiles. Whoops. Yep, let's pick up that one. 1, 2, 3. We could move our city, really. Do we do that soon? Maybe we should do that like after our drone command. We'll go from here, we'll move over here, and then we'll have access to all of these new tiles. And then we'll probably buy those vents, or the plankton. Yeah, that's a fairly good idea. Alien nest discovered, cool. Resource pod discovered, good. Let's move on. Expedition complete, very good. Where is... So we raised the population in Zhongshan. Let's just keep on checking them up there in that area there. So this drone's going to be super useful for... Oh, yep, cool. So that was this unit that discovered that. So I'm going to get right out of that Masma straight away before we lose that unit. Oh, nice. Nice. Free solar collector is now ready for launch in the city of Dangi. And we found an artifact. Nice one. Now let's see what we get if we combine all of these. Cities can bombard through terrain obstacles. What is it? I don't know. Terrain obstacles. What does that mean? So if there's like a mountain, they can bombard through it? I guess that's probably what they're talking about, but I don't see how that can be so... It's not useful in our case. I don't see how it could be useful in anyone's case, really. Ow. Yeah, so we'll pass on that. We'll wait until we get something a little bit more useful, or that's kind of like immediately useful. So we've got this patrol boat coming down this coast, so I guess we're going to move this this patrol boat to the east and see if we can find anything over in that direction. This is good. It's all going quite well. Let's launch our orbital unit in this tile here. Did we get... We didn't get a... No, we didn't get the free worker unit. That would be very useful to get right now, actually. Let's get this worker unit and bring him down here right now. And we'll start working these tiles down here, because this is where we kind of need him at this point. We're making a fair bit of energy around this area, but we need some food. That is for sure. We'll probably have to build some farms around this area just to grow Dangi a little bit quicker. Survivors, basic satellite, good, and our artifact. How's our covert operations doing? 12 turns until they can siphon a little bit of energy. They'll be ranking up fairly quickly, and the next turn we get genetics, which gives us access to Pharma Lab and a Cyto Nursery, which will boost our health, because we are in 0. And if we go into negative, there are some obviously negative effects of having negative health. We'll find that out in a second. So, genetics. Very good. It doesn't really look like there's anything up here, so I'm just going to pull my expedition unit down south. We've pretty much uncovered all of this area. Citadella could very well move down south, really, and start taking up some of these tiles. We're not too keen on these tiles, really. This is actually a really nice little buffer between our kind of area and Citadella, but we're going to have to do something about this. Not really happy about that. These jerks are encroaching on our territory. So this explorer is coming back to Zhongshan just to get another expedition something. Expedition, what do you call them? I'm so bad with my words. What are they even? What is English? What is the English language? Let's move this guy up north. I don't think we can really use this drone to grab resource pods, because it's not technically a land unit. So we got this gunboat in the capital. I'm just going to fortify and sit him here. I think that's probably the best decision. at this point. We're doing pretty well in terms of points. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to hide that. Interface, multiplayer score list. Yeah, let's turn that shit off. Just because sometimes it's a little bit distracting from the actual game. If you kind of do it by points, then you're not really playing it right. I mean, I'm just going to make my decisions and not really... Whoa, what is that? A colossal alien device has been discovered on the planet's icy surface. Rising high into the sky, the structure appears to be millennia old, built from materials that have withstood eons of decay. Mankind can only hope to understand the technologies in use. Closer examination reveals that the central spire houses a massive drill reaching far below the planet's crust. At those depths, no metal should survive the planet's intense heat. Radio interference at the site suggests the device may be communicating with something nearby. There must be more alien structures on this planet. Of course there are, and there's one right next to us. The fuck is that, though? It looks like it's got a little face. 2 eyes and a mouth. Looks like a Pokemon, I reckon. Interesting. So, someone else must have discovered that, because it definitely wasn't us. That is interesting. Ancient alien structure. So, I haven't come across this before well, I say all my hours of gameplay in this game, but there's not really that many. So we've got one here, immediately north of our capital. Let's bring our unit up there to check that out. This is kind of, yeah, it's nice. I like the feeling of wonder that you get from this game, because you don't really get that from Civilization 5. Even though I love that game to death, it can sometimes become a little bit, you know, samey. Investigate alien structure. So we got to go and investigate one of them. What do we still have? Research computing. I guess we're going for that at the moment. And we got to kill one siege worm. Ha, good luck. We'll probably end up doing that later on in the game, I think. So I just want to find out if I can progenitor device. There's lots of stuff that we could work on up here. It's just unfortunate that we ran out of expedition modules is the word for it. Anyway, let's move on. Did I start a timer? Oh no, I did. We got 2.5 minutes left there. If ARC had your military forces on old Earth, we wouldn't need the seeding. Okay. Very good. So they kind of respect us because we got such a big army. A big army. An agreement with the African Union for private arms development is available. Military development. Interesting.
Was ever ruined by trade.
Production increases by 10% when building military units. That could be useful, yeah. It would cost us 9 diplomatic capital per turn, which doesn't really make sense because we're only making 7, I think, at this point. He's got a new trait, plus 15% production for military units. So it looks like he's going to be a little bit of an aggressive AI at this point. So be it, brah. Come at me, brah. Well, I'm glad that I have my agent in Magan, because that's exactly where we probably need him to be. We're going to have to build up our army at this point. I don't want to enter into any diplomatic agreements with the African People's Union, just because they're probably our target. That we're probably going to go up against them in any future wars that we start. I'm feeling confident about taking Ayan, just because we do have these. We're going to have plenty of boat units. And Magan, we could do okay there, but Thabo might be difficult because it's kind of, you know, sandwiched between a couple of mountains, and we're going to have to use all land units, which is not going to be our strong suit by that point. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Let's get into this crash satellite and see what we can find out about it. This Manticore is in the way. I need him to move. Let's keep coming down south. We've got an ARC colonist. They're a long way from home. No, they're not. Not that far. Let's keep coming down, see if they missed anything. Just lots of alien units at this point. Alright, Dangi's grown. Nice. So we're working good tiles. Yeah, not bad. Or some of the better tiles that we can work. I think I'd feel better if this gunboat was in Dangi, actually. I think we need to start building some more gunboats. That kind of thing. Resource pod discovered. Very good. Alien nest discovered. It's nowhere near us. Anyway, there goes my timer, guys. Oh, our colony, the quantitative midpoint of the frequency distribution that is your population density is admirable. Very nice. So small increasing in respect. All the other players are looking at us and they're like, oh man, you're so good. These guys have lots of alien nests around them. The ARC are going to have to be careful with that colonist unit. It doesn't look like they're being careful at all. I just want to see if I can pick up resource pods with that drone unit. Bit of energy from that resource pod there. We're gonna actually, let's not even heal. Let's just get over there straight onto that Marvel thing. So I'm gonna, after this turn, I'm gonna leave it here. But we do have our explorer here, ready to inspect this alien structure and find out what it is. Oh no! This siege worm is messing up my improvements. We're gonna have to deal with that at some point. Though look at the strength, 62 strength against my 6 of my explorer. I mean, explorer is gonna be weak, obviously, but man, even my gunbow is 16 strength. So it's gonna take a lot of killing power to get rid of this alien siege worm. So I'm just gonna let it be for now. I haven't actually finished this farm tile yet, so hopefully it doesn't move on to some of my other tiles. That'd be annoying. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment if you did not enjoy it, and like and subscribe if you did. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Cheers for it. Bye.